Hey guys, Bill Soriano here. Wednesday evening, about 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Eastern Standard Time, and I want to go through the pairs here for you tonight. Again, this is my supply and demand zone training from the 4 hour time frame, right? And so you want to watch this video here. I'll put a link down in the description area. But this is my 34-minute, 41-second supply and demand zone training video right here that I need you to watch first if you don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, if you know what I'm talking about, then no big deal. We did take a trade here on demo NZD CAD last night. We're currently down in that position. So we do have a trade. We didn't get any trades last week, but we do have a trade here today. Let's just go through the pairs. We'll go to the 4 hour time frame. We'll kind of look at them. So this is odd CAD. We had a trade go off here in odd CAD last night, odd CAD and NZD CAD. You see, I took the NZD CAD trade. So this is coming from this 4 hour order block right here. And then on the 1 hour, we have this refined order block right here that we were trading from, right? So that was odd CAD. Odd chef is right here. We did get a slight break of structure here. This candle here, the body of this candle does close below this low. So that gives us this imbalanced supply zone right here. Okay, this price action. We also have another imbalanced supply zone up here as well. Okay, so that's why we don't just take the trade. That would be a risk trade, they call that. If you would set a sell limit order here at the beginning of your 4 hour supply zone, that would be what's called a risk trade, because you don't know if it's going to keep going up to here or if it is going to react off this zone. So that's why you wait for the zone to get hit, you drop down to the 1 hour, you wait for a change of character, then you identify a refined supply or demand zone to trade from, and that's where you set your limit order on the 1 hour time frame, right? Some people like to go all the way down to the 15. I like to stay on the 1 hour. So I just use the 4 hour and the 1 hour. We're using the 4 hour to determine the current trend bias, right? Current trend bias. And then we are dropping down to the 1 hour to look to take our trades. Okay, AUDJPY. This was a trade that went off, would have gone off for us. This one, price never came back to our refined supply zone here. So we were never able to get into that trade. And since price did make it all the way down, we would no longer want to trade that area. And we didn't get a clean break of structure to the downside here. So we don't really have any refined zones to trade from. This is the zone we're trading from right here, from this push down and this break of structure here. See, then price moves back into the zone, goes a little higher. And so we were never able to get into that trade. AUDNZD is currently bearish here, and we're waiting for price to move back to this area here. We don't have an alert set there. We're going to put an alert there so that when price hits there, now this area here, this price action is efficient right here. So there's no imbalances. There's no imbalances here. So we have to wait. We're going to wait for price to come all the way up to this area right here. AUDUSD, this was a trade from last week as well that you would still be in had you taken it. This trade was actually set up for a 1 to 6.47 risk to reward. Okay, so for every 1% you risk, you'll make 6.47% if you get to your target here. Okay, this is your profit target. This is your invalidation zone. And again, we would have taken this trade on the 1 hour. Right, and right here, price came back into that zone. CAD, CHF. This one is bearish, as you can see here. It's been moving downward. And we have this area right here. This area right here is efficient, right? This wick comes up. There's no imbalance here, right? No imbalance. So the imbalance zone is right here. And we have to make the higher part of it bigger because of all these wicks here. right? This is actually the candle that we want to use to identify our supply zone, this candle right here, right? But because we have all these wicks here, we have to extend the top of that supply zone up further. Okay. CADJPY, this one, let's see, this one is actually bearish, and we have a zone up here that we have an alert on. CHFJPY, this one, we also have an alert up here. This is bearish on the 4-hour time frame from this move right here, and now price is trying to come back up. I'm not exactly sure. So here you see this area right here. So some people would think, hey, Bill, there's a nice supply zone right there, right? You have the big impulse candle. It's left this imbalance. But the problem is you have no break of structure down here. In order to get a valid clean break of structure, we need a candle to close below this wick down right here. See this wick right here? We need a candle to come down here, break and close below that area in order to validate any of these supply zones in this leg. And we don't get that, right? We don't get that. So, you know, the external structure here on this is here's the high, here's the low. Okay? And so this area right here is not valid. That's why we don't have it marked up. We need price to come all the way up to here. Price will probably react off of this area, right? Look at the liquidity you have built up here with these candles and these candles here, right? These equal highs. EUR AUD, this one just keeps pushing higher. We got a new break of structure here, but this price action was efficient. There was no imbalance, so we came down to here and we identified this area right here. This is really the candle that I want to use here, this nice indecision candle, this red one with the little body and the wicks to both ends. But because this is the first candle before this impulse up that leaves the imbalance, we're going to use that candle, but we're going to add the lower part of it on to this candle as well. EURCAD, again, pushing higher, a bullish 4-hour bullish trend here. We have this demand zone right here that we're waiting the price to come back to and hit. EURCHF, the same thing. Now we didn't get a clean break of structure to the upside here. You know, I need the body of that candle to close a little bit higher. We didn't get that. So since we didn't get that, that doesn't validate this supply zone, right? This demand zone right here. Look at that beautiful indecision. Look at that impulse candle leaves all this imbalance here. But like I said, price is going to be attracted there, but it should keep going all the way down to this demand zone right here. And let's make sure that we put a alert here. There we go. EUR, GBP, again, very bullish structure. This price action here is efficient, so we don't have a demand zone there. We also don't have a demand zone here. This is efficient. Price came down and filled this imbalance here. And our imbalance is all the way down here on this impulse candle here. There's imbalance here as well, but this isn't a very nice impulse candle. The impulse candle is right here. And we're going to use this candle here to identify our 4-hour demand zone here. EURJPY, this, let's see here. This is another, we're looking to take another position here. Price went lower here. So when it went lower here, you know, that told us, oh, this was from last week here. So there was no imbalance here. This price action was efficient. Our imbalance was all the way over here. See? See this impulse candle down, leaves that candle, which defines our 4-hour supply zone. You see price goes right through it, but that doesn't concern me too much because there is another zone above it. Okay? Now, it's not imbalanced, right? It's the price action is efficient. The imbalance was filled, but for some reason, price still goes up there, maybe because there's some liquidity there. I don't know exactly why, but I'm still looking to trade this. And now if I drop down to the 1-hour time frame, I'm looking for a change of character. Since this goes higher, I can now move my change of character to this low right here. Right? I'm going to use these lows here. And so if I get a nice impulse candle that comes down, breaks this structure to the downside, gives me a change of character on the 1 hour time frame, then I will be able to identify a refined 1 hour supply zone to trade from, to put my limit order. Now, if there's no imbalance there, then I can use the fib, right? I can do a fib retracement to 71. I'll show you that if we have that in another video that I make. But if you're looking for a refined supplier demand zone on the 1 hour time frame, but you can't find an imbalanced one, you can't find any imbalance, then you can use a fib retracement to take the trade. Okay, EUR NZD, if we get back to the 4 hour time frame here, this is very, very bullish here, as you could see. We have a nice zone here. We have another nice zone right below it. We have more zones down here as well. So we're going to wait for this one first. More than likely, this is going to be like a, what do you want to say? A trick? Trying to think of a word. Think of a word. Anyway, more than likely, price is going to go through that one into this one, but we'll wait and see. EUR USD is also very bullish. We have several demand zones here. The closest one is right here. There's another one right below it, all this imbalance here. So more than likely, price is going to move all the way through. GBP AUD is also moving up. We had a break of structure right here, a pullback, another break of structure. There's really not a nice impulse candle here. You see how this wick here is kind of a rejection. And so we're going to use this area down here. GBP CAD is also bullish. And we're looking at this area right here. We do have a supply zone here. I'm sorry, demand zone higher up right here. But because of this imbalance down here, more than likely, that's just going to be a trick there, and price is going to move down to this one. GBP NZD, also bullish. Again, we had a couple moves here. We don't get any clean break of structure from this high here. So that's still our swing high, and our demand zone is right down here. GBP CHF, this has no right now. We're waiting for price to move one way or the other here. It's kind of stuck in between. And so we have nothing marked up on that, or GBP JPY. GBP JPY, we're waiting for price to break through this high here or this low here before looking to trade it. GBP USD, again, bullish, right? Very bullish. We get the move up here. You do get a break of structure here to the upside, but this area, there's not enough push here. There's not enough movement here to use. Anyway, there's the price action is efficient anyway, so there's no imbalance. There is an imbalance right here, so there is a zone here. But again, this price movement here, this push isn't big enough. We need this to push up a little bit higher here, before pulling back, and then we can use this zone here. So since it hasn't done that, we like this zone right here. NZD CAD, this is the current trade that we're in. We're fighting our way back to break even here. We got in this trade last night. We missed the initial entry, right, on the 1 hour. Right here, this wick came down and basically hit this refined zone right here after we got this change of character on this big impulse candle here. Once that happened, we had this refined demand zone right here on the 1 hour time frame. This wick came down, hit it. So that's where you would have put your buy limit order. Again, I'm not giving you signals here, guys. This already happened, okay? I missed that trade. And so price gave me another opportunity to get in, right? So I did take it last night. So that's the trade we're in right here, NZD CAD. You see, we were down probably about $400 or $500. So we had some drawdown on this trade, but now we're fighting our way back to even here. NZD Chef. This was that one that nice winning trade from last week. I went over this in the weekly recap for the week of March. What was that? March, I can't remember weeks now. That was the week of March 2nd. If you watch that video on my YouTube channel there, you'll see this trade. Now, again, we don't get a clean break of structure here after we get this winning trade here. This was a 1 to 3.71 risk to reward ratio trade. So for every 1%, you get 3.71% back when you hit your profit target, which we hit. We would have hit on this one. We weren't able to take the trade, but we would have hit it on this one. And because we didn't get a clean break of structure to the downside, we don't have any new zone to trade from. So unless price moves all the way back up into this supply zone here, right? Or it moves lower, break structure to the downside and gives us a new supply zone in this area here to trade from. So we have to wait. NZD-JPY. Again, on the 4-hour, waiting for price to get up to here. Let's see, right here we had, there's this price action here is efficient, this price action here is efficient. So we have all this imbalance here. This using impulse candle here pushes out of this zone. And so we're definitely looking for a reaction right here. NZD USD is also, let's see, what do we have here? This is kind of also in a range right now. So we're waiting for price to break out to the upside here. And if it does, we already have a supply zone up here. And then if it breaks out to the downside past this area here, then we can identify a lower supply zone. And then, of course, if it goes completely through here, gives us a change of character, changes to bullish, then we'll have a demand zone to trade from. But right now, we don't have anything there. Waiting for that. This also USD CAD, we're waiting for price to move. Again, we have this supply zone up here. Off of this area here, we're going to put an alert here. We didn't have an alert there for some reason. And so we'll wait for that or price to move down, take out this low here. USD CHF is bearish, as you could see these breaks of structure here, right? This indicator helps you if you're a beginner, but unfortunately it doesn't show you all the breaks of structure or all the changes of character. Remember, a break of structure is just when you have a continuation, a break of structure. It's called a break of structure if it's a trend continuation. So you're in a bullish market, you get a bullish break of structure to the upside, right? Now, a change of character is a break of structure the opposite way. So you were bullish. It takes out the swing low, and now you have a change of character to the downside, telling you that the trend may be changing to bearish. So I go over that in the training in that video, and I'll have the link here. But we have this area right here, nice area to trade from, but there's also another area right above it. There's all kinds of imbalance. There's more imbalance up here. We also have another supply zone right here. Right? And so I don't know, which one's it going to stop at? I have no idea. That's why we drop down to the 1 hour. We wait for price to go in our direction, give us a 1 hour change of character on that lower time frame. We call it a lower time frame flip. And that lower time frame for me is the 1 hour. Some people like to use the 15-minute. I stay with the 1 hour. Here's USD JPY, moved into this 4 hour supply zone right here. Price was moving down. We got a clean break of structure. Look at that impulse candle, left all this in balance. And there's some nice indecision candles there that form this 4 hour supply zone right here. So now when we drop down to the 1 hour, it's just not easy to find where price needs to go all the way down here. We need a break of structure to the downside here to get a change of character. Now, if price were to move higher up into this zone, then we can move our change of character up to here. But right now we have to keep it down here. right? So just hit the save button. And so that's USDJPY. So that's it, guys. That's all the pairs. I just went through all the pairs for you, showed you how I have them marked up, showed you which pairs would have been in trades using this strategy. And guys, if this video is helpful for you, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, you like the video, and if you've watched the video all the way to this point, make sure you put a 100 in the comments, right? Put 100 in comments down there, all right? Or write what you like best about the video, one or the other, right? But put a comment down there, guys, for God's sake, okay? So, I'm going to make another video, maybe tonight or later today. I'm going to show you a new 15-minute strategy that we don't teach in our community, but one of the live educators on the company in the company that we're with in our communities with, one of the live educators has a free indicator that is used on a 15-minute time frame, and it's particularly used just to take trades during the London and US session, right? So I can't trade the London and US session because I'm at the restaurant right now. But soon, we'll sell the restaurant hopefully sometime this year, and I'll be able to then be home every day and trade the New York session and the waning hours of the London session into the New York session as well. But I'm going to show you this new strategy. The indicator looks really good. I've been, basically it gives you, it does everything for you. The indicator does everything for you. So you don't have to worry about any of the criteria to for an opportunity to occur. Once you get an opportunity in the market and the indicator tells you that, then there are a couple other things that you need to check yourself to make sure that it is a good opportunity to take for you. So it's not giving you signals, right? It doesn't do anything automatic. You still have to follow along with it, and you still have to do a couple other things that you have to check to confirm before you can look at the opportunity. But I'm going to probably do a video on that. And the easiest thing to do is I'll just put the link to the guy's name's Patrick Kenny. I'll put the link right to his video where he explains the indicator and how to use it and why it gives you a particular opportunity signal. Again, they're not trading signals, they're just opportunities, potential opportunities. Okay. And also, if you haven't seen any of our posts from the guys in the community, our live educators have been sending out trade opportunities as well to right to your phone, and they give you all the information you need to take the trade to decide if it's an opportunity again for you. Again, we're not calling these signals. They're not signals. They're just potential opportunities that you need to investigate further to see if it looks good for you or not based on your trading plan and your risk to reward and your risk management plan as well. But anyway, these signals are really looking good. I mean, I think I put something on my wall here today. Let me just see here. Yeah, so this was it right here. This opportunity was delivered straight to an app on my phone. Now, I missed it because I was at the restaurant, like I told you guys, but many members caught it and are very happy, right? Message me for more info. This is what these opportunity alerts look like coming to your phone here. It says new idea, and then when you click on it, it tells you the time frame and who's giving the alert, which live educator is giving the alert. And then, guys, if you want to see our secret podcast, let me see here. You can go in the comments here and you can click on this link here, and this will take you to a secret podcast that gives you 10 short videos telling you all about our company and our community and how you can get started with us. So this is one you want to click on for more information if you want to get started with our community and the company that we're with and get access to all this stuff, right? But anyway, that's it for tonight, guys. Again, Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Have a great evening. Take care, and look for another video coming from me soon, either later tonight or tomorrow.